Carter is 7.5 years old. Carter had surgery, a brain tumor the size of a golf ball in the back of his head. I believe it was Saturday night. Sunday night, they did the second MRI after they removed the brain tumor. That little boy at 2 a.m. was singing praise songs. He couldn't even keep his eyes open. And he was singing praise songs to God. He was singing a hallelujah. He is home. He's doing everything. Carter, I know you can't play baseball this summer, honey, but next year you can. But the thing is that I am so excited because, we talk about the next generation, and I know we were back on the back of the boat one night this week, and we were talking about that. We live in a beautiful world. We focus on the negative. We focus on the ugly. We live in a beautiful world. Another 7-year-old, my other great nephew. I was at my mom's the other day and painting her deck and standing in her deck, and he comes out and he says, Auntie Debbie, can I come and watch you? And I'm like, sure. So he comes out on the deck and he's just like, are you a priest? I said, no, I'm not a priest. He says, but you're on the porch with Pastor Deb. And I'm like, yeah. I said, I am. And he says, I watch you. And I said, you do? And he says, I love the Lord. Mm-hmm. Guys, these kids are 7.5 years old, both of them. They are seeing the beauty in this world that we cannot see. We are so blinded by the ugliness in this world sometimes. I was here with our grandsons today, and they were all going all over the place or whatever, riding the little go-kart around or whatever, and my youngest grandson was here, and he was by the shed, I was by the house. This little fawn came right down by the patio today. And all of a sudden he started screaming, he's like, Grandma, Grandma, Grandma. He was so excited because he seen this little bitty fawn with all of the spots, and the fawn was like startled, but it just stood there and looked at him, and he was so excited. He was so excited. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul and all your strength. Parenting is hard. We had 6 kids. I can tell you, it's hard. Never ends. No matter how old they get, you keep coming back. And you won't want it any other way. But parenting is tough. Sometimes it's really easy when you're under stress, when you're under anxiety from financial stress, when you're under anxiety from relationships maybe that you're in, or your jobs, or maybe just the kids screaming in general and whatever, and you're stressed. And a lot of times that stress and anger comes out on your kids. So I'm going to pray for all of the parents out there. I really do. Being a parent today is probably just as hard as it was during the Depression era. But at the same time, being a parent is a blessing. It is a gift that God gives us. And it continues to give us. Now, we adopted 4 out of our 6 kids, and I do believe in my whole heart that they were created to come and be our children. Larry and I just didn't have the DNA to create them. So God just had a different path for them to get there. Some of them had to go through really bad things in order to come home. Some parents that are out there are struggling. I had a mom call me maybe a week and a half ago, just sobbing. She was from Michigan. The baby was just screaming in the background, crying. And she called me because she wanted prayer. Could you pray for me and my baby? Because we have no place to go tonight. The world is a beautiful place. She was crying because the baby was crying. And she wanted prayer. And she said, I love God. And I know He'll take care of us. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your strength.